Terrific Year 1, Issue 1 showed us that he had a very difficult past, losing his wife, his child, and kind of who he is. Will Mr. Terrific be able to survive not only himself, but the Spectre? Mr. Terrific is reflecting on everything, reflecting how the past, since he has to go back as he enters Prescott Tower. As he's investigating and has one of the T-Spheres analyze something, he sees a hellhound from Apocalypse that's going through a rift. Even though he's getting a lot of information, one of the T-Spheres tells him that evacuation is recommended as the hellhound gets out of the rift. But Mr. Terrific is not a stranger to danger, and he can handle anything thrown at him. Then we go to a flashback of everything that happened with him and Dre. Terrific gets shot at, and the only thing he saw was to jump off a bridge.
Is this what Paula would have wanted?
Mr. Terrific looks and he sees the Spectre.
He's still Michael Holt.
Who are you?
Some call me a demon, some call me an angel. You may call me the Spectre.
We go back to Miss Prescott talking with one of her head of security about the whole situation. Head security tells her he had under control until she screwed up with the plans. Her trap ended up letting 2 intruders go. Believes one of them was Mercy Graves, an operative of LexCorp. The other one is Dre Dingle, but he took care of him personally. Prescott's wondering how come he didn't get the driver as well. The guard was confused on that one too and thinking he had to deal with LexCorp tech. Then Miss Prescott has a headache, tells him to leave immediately. Her voice tells her,
"Speak to me, child."
We were almost ready.
What is this word, almost?
It takes time, my lord.
You have none. I have been patient with you, but my patience is waning.
I'm sorry, please, my lord.
Your life only has value as much as it has value to me. When your usefulness has come to an end, you will be but as a speck of dust in the wind, unseen and forgotten. You understand?
Yes.
Say it. Say it.
Darkseid is, as we see Miss Prescott has a higher power to answer to. Michael's still in disbelief. This isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't real.
I assure you, I'm as real as you are. I'm God's wrath. Self-murder is still murder, and that is the province of the Spectre.
Michael asks him, why are you here? Spectre explains that there are moments in time where one decision can shift the equilibrium of a universe, and this is one of those moments. Michael tells him, I'm insignificant to the universe. I'm a speck of stardust. Spectre shows him, 1,000,000,000 specks of stardust, if one explodes, it can set off a chain reaction. You are only as insignificant as you believe yourself to be. Spectre then asks Michael a very deep question. What is your pain, Michael? He takes him there. Michael talks about how close him and Dre were, that he wasn't a friend of Dre. Dre was his brother. They grew up together, and then their competitiveness is what pushed him to be the absolute best, what pushed him to be in the Olympics. Dre was even the best man at his wedding, and Dre was right there with Michael, even when Paula had passed away. Michael then talks about his other pain, Paula. How they have built Holt Industries together from the ground up. They have concentrated on just getting everything together, whether it was government contracts, next level drones, anything. He admits that Paula was the real genius. Holt Industries was their life until Paula got pregnant. Michael thought that they had agreed on children altogether, and he saw that he really didn't have a choice in picking if he wanted to be a father or not. What he decided to do is pick up a machine that Paula was working on to help her to essentially fix it, and something that was not only cheap in power, but it could change the world. Michael begins to stop talking and tells Spectre, I don't want to talk about this no more, please.
This is the valley of the shadow of death, Michael. You may stay here if you choose. You can walk through this and be reborn.
I talked about how he missed the appointment and Paula was just mad at him for doing it. Michael thought if he showed her what he was working on, that maybe she would understand that he was taking her work to the next level. But Michael figured out that she had already figured out the whole engine before he even got involved. That the engine, if it was into the wrong hands, would be used as a weapon of mass destruction. The space between them just grew even bigger. She told him to erase everything. Next thing you know, Paula and the baby were gone. And he admits that so was he. His anchor was gone, and he didn't even think about the baby. But afterwards, he ended up selling not only the company, and he never looked back at all. He realizes that everything that's happened so far is his fault. The Spectre ends up changing into Jim Corrigan, the host of the Spectre. He explains to him he works with a host of superheroes to save the day and everything in between. That he is very capable of amazing things if he puts his mind to it. Next day, they were shaved and prepared for the funeral. I was thinking about the future as well. At the funeral, Michael ends up running into Jefferson Pierce. Jeff asks him, are you going to talk or are we going to keep ducking me? He tells him, not ducking you, it's just a lot going on. Then, Jeff is immediately alerted about league business. Jeff tells him, we gotta get past this at some point. Dre was a great friend to Jeff as well. Jeff tells him, I'll bring hell with me. Michael tells himself, not if I find them first. Because he's prepared to do what Dre couldn't do and bring down Prescott.